feeling love. When we can feel love, we can start to respect love. And when we start to respect love, we start to form a relationship with love. We start to harness the true essence of being. We start to harness the true essence of life. And we start to harness the true essence of our infinite coexistence between a higher version or a higher realm of expression and the expression within this present moment. We're often distracted when we're distracted in our own head, and then therefore when the head is getting in the way of the heart and the infinite God or the infinite love or the infinite truth or the infinite, spirit, whatever you want to call it, the mind is getting in the way of it. And when the mind gets in the way of it, it says, this is mine now, take that, this is mine. And essentially that's what's going on here. We're disconnected from our higher self or the higher creator or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter, but the truth being we're disconnected with our minds, and the heart then suffers because the heart just feels like the mother has been disconnected from the baby, and the baby is the infinite love and the higher essence of creation or being or love or God, whatever you want to call it, has now been separated from its baby. So when we suffer, it's only the essence of, we're trying to learn how to form back to our true essence or our true creation or our true expression of life, love, purpose, devotion. When we learn to love, what we're doing is we're actually starting to formulate our own expression of our heart. When we're learning to love, we're only really learning about ourselves, because we are love and we are the essence of whatever we are, and you don't need a question, get too lost in this. What's important is just learning to love, because when we learn to love, we start to learn to connect to ourself. And this is the very powerful part, is when we learn to connect to ourselves, we learn to disconnect from the greatest illusion that is in existence. And the greatest illusion that is in existence is our false identity. And, I call it the greatest illusion in existence because, hence being, we are living in a confusional, delusional state of existence where we are convinced by our mind that we know, yet our hearts are the ones who don't have the voice unless we let the heart speak. And when we let the heart speak, we understand that we don't know. In fact, all we can do is flow. And when we start to flow, we start to express what we don't know. And when we start to express what we don't know, we start to perceive and connect to a higher sense of reality, a higher sense of being, a higher sense of perception, a higher dimension, a higher, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. And it's essentially, it's just connecting to a higher sense of purpose, a higher sense of devotion, a higher sense of love. And when we start to formulate this connection, it's important to code and learn the calculation of how we connected to it. Because when we can learn how we connected to it, we can start to program what's trying to disconnect us to it. Because this is the greatest illusion. And within the greatest illusion comes challenges, obstacles, because this is what is the essence of harmony, balance, justice, is that we will all be given a choice. And within this choice, we need to pass the test. And by passing the test, we will prove ourselves to the higher essence. Because if we have been gifted with the greatest challenge, our minds, and we learn to harness our heart and trust our heart and listen to our heart and learn to trust in the heart and learn to stop listening to the minds, after this reality is over, we will understand that we have already made great progress within this world, within this dimension, within this reality, within this vortex of energy, which is going to prepare us and bring us a great sense of servitude to our own self, to infinite existence. It goes deep, but it's a little touch of an expression of thought.